Halo guys, balik lagi dengan gue Nostabanks. Dan kali ini akhirnya ya, Wasinis. Halo guys, balik lagi dengan gue Nostabanks. Dan akhirnya Masinis kembali lagi nih guys, setelah 5 bulan kurang lebih ya, 5-6 bulan mungkin. Ya sekitar segitu ya. Oke, jadi kali ini lagi bengong dapat akses ya. Kali ini gue bakal mainin game Train Sim World 3, yaitu lanjutan dari Train Sim World 2. Kita bakal melihat apa aja sih yang berubah dari game sebelumnya dan apa aja penambahannya di yang terbaru ini dari seri Train Sim World. Jadi nggak pakai lama, langsung aja. Udah lama nih nggak main nih guys. Nggak main kereta-keretaan nih. Ke training center fundamental. Kita lihat ya seperti apa yang baru di game ini. Jadi let's go. Buat kalian yang belum like, kasih like dulu wey. Yang belum subrek jangan lupa di subrek ya. Waduh. Navigation and interaction. Oke. Navigasi dan interaksi. Wow.
Welcome to Train Sim World, an immersive and highly detailed rail simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world. This is the training center. Here you can learn about how to navigate and interact with the world, as well as how to operate the many trains. Let's start by looking around. Find each of the markers and look at them.
Oke. Kita tengok ke arah markernya, ke atas, ke bawah, ke kanan, dan ke kiri. If you find yourself looking up when... Oh, axis ini ya. No. Biar seperti ini aja.
Your current objective is shown at the top left of the screen. Walk to the blue marker to complete the current objective.
Oke. Walk around. Untuk movingnya seperti biasa ya. WASD. Oke. Kita bakal disuruh ke marker. Bakal disuruh ke marker nggak tuh? Disuruh ke marker.
You've been awarded some action points. These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count
Itu poin
towards
di
your
atas kanan.
overall experience level for the game.
Sama kayak di sebelumnya, kayak di Train Sim World 2.
This is one of the many types of route tasks to be discovered. Keep an eye out for many more types and styles of route tasks, which can involve placing, collecting, or fixing a variety of things.
Oke, untuk event-eventnya
Head into
sendiri
the main building, and you'll continue your induction there.
kurang lebih sama seperti sebelumnya. By the way, untuk grafiknya bedanya sama di Train Sim World 2, gue nggak bisa ngebedain guys. 11-12 untuk grafiknya. Tapi untuk tutorialnya baru nih. Reception, mana ini nggak ada orang wey. Take a seat in the waiting area. Kita duduk dulu ya. Oke, duduk di sini. Nunggu siapa gua?
You can pause Train Sim World at any point to review objectives and a lot of other information about what's happening at the moment. Try it now, and then return to the game after you've had a look around.
Pause and unpause. Oke. Bangun. Ke sini. Ke sini.
Now that we've covered some of the basics of moving around and interacting with the environment, let's take a walk through the building and find the trains.
Oke, kita akan menemukan kereta ya. Tempat duduk juga di sini. Bisa duduk nggak di sini? Nggak bisa duduk di sini ya. Lagi ini game kereta, weh, bukan game duduk. Weh.
This is Central Square. From here, you can explore the main training center depot and surrounding yards.
Gue melihat kereta-kereta yang belum pernah gue mainin. Ini udah nih. Ini udah. Itu udah. Beda. Itu belum. Ini udah. Wah, let's go. Let's go.
Your journey operating trains is just getting started here in the training center. Remember, you can always come back here from the main menu to refresh your knowledge if you're unsure about anything.
Oke.
Continue to learn and other training modules here in the training center, and then you'll be ready to take on more challenges in other environments.
Oke, tutorial pertama selesai. Kita on the way ke yang kedua. Sip. Continue. Replay next training module ya. Kita lanjutkan Karena gua adalah masinis yang sudah lama sudah lama tidak bertugas. Jadi ikut pelatihan dulu lagi ya. Screen element.
This module will cover the on-screen overlay, known as the heads-up display or HUD, that is shown when you are in control of a train.
Oke.
Climb up the ladder into the locomotive and then sit in the seat.
Kita bakal naik ke lokomotif. Jalan dulu ke sini. Kayaknya kita bakal nyobain yang ini nih, lokomotifnya. Ya, gue belum pernah naik lokomotif yang ini ya. Naik ke sini. Duduk. Wih, kangen juga gue.
Welcome to the most important seat in the train. While sitting here, you'll be in full control. Before you think about moving the train, though, let's look at the HUD overlay that's appeared on the bottom right.
Oke.
The heads-up display is a guide to what your train is doing. The main part of the HUD is the speed display.
Speed
A
display
white bar will appear around the outside
Speed
to show
displaynya
your
masih
current
sama
speed,
ya, seperti
and the red mark
sebelumnya.
indicates your maximum permitted speed.
Oke. Continue.
This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral directions.
Iya, arrow-nya juga masih sama. Continue.
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power or throttle control is in.
Oke, itu untuk speed-nya.
These are the brake indicators. The exact ones shown
Indikator
will vary by
pengereman.
train and will often be visible in the
BCMR,
train itself on
ER,
various
BP.
gauges. They tell you what's happening in the braking system. The most important one is the BC or brake cylinder. If that's reading 0, then your brakes are released. Anything else, and brakes are applied and you won't be able to move.
Oke. Continue.
Every train can have small variations in the HUD unique to the way it works, but they will mostly look the same. As you learn to control new trains, study the HUD and learn how it helps you operate it. If you want to see this again, you can rerun this training module at any time.
Ngopi guys. Kita habis diberikan pembelajaran pengulangan di bagian HUD-nya ya. Kurang lebih masih sama sih untuk di HUD-nya. HUD. Next training model, let's go. Moving a train, finally.
In this training module, you're going to look at making the train move and then bringing it to a stop again. While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always 3 controls that are common and are required to move the train. The reverser sets the direction between forwards and backwards.
Oke.
The brakes are used to slow or stop the train.
Oke.
The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates. We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction.
Move direction ya. Kita bakal kalau di keyboard pencet W untuk ke depan atau kita manual aja. Forward.
Keep the brake control and release until you can see the brake pipe control needles are reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully.
Sampai kebaca 5. Release. 4 5.
Watch the brake cylinder, or BC gauge, to see it gradually reduce to 0, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released and you can move the train.
Oke, BC or brake cylindernya udah
Apply some
0.
throttle to get the train moving.
Berarti kereta sudah bisa dijalankan ya. Let's go.
As you apply power, notice the amp bar rising. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors.
Wah, kangen guys, asli. Sudah 5 bulan, masinis ini tidak bekerja, wey.
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
Slow down. Wah. Kangen guys, gue guys, asli. Ah. Kangen gaming, kangen gaming. Mama, ini pencetan apa di sini?
While the specifics of operating brakes vary from train to train, the basic process of stopping is fundamentally the same. Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar.
Oke, kita mencoba untuk ER
The
dan
amount of
BP-nya.
braking you'll need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill, and how heavy your train is.
Oke, Mbak. BC-nya 18. Oke, ER-nya 4, RBP. Dan kereta ini on the way ke berhenti. Wah, guys, kangen ya. Ternyata gue kangen, guys. Ternyata masinis ini
Stopping a
kangen.
train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling them, particularly stopping them in the right place. That concludes this module. Restart the module to learn the steps again, or move on to the next module.
Oke, selesai untuk training kali ini. Kita bakal ke training selanjutnya, guys. Nggak sabar gua, weh. Tidak sabar ya. Continue next training module. Let's go. Changing path. Oke, ini ngubah-ngubah nih.
This module will go over the fundamentals of
Ngubah-ngubah
operating junctions to change
rute
the path your train will take,
relnya.
and how to navigate using the map.
Iya, bisa
Most
manual.
rail lines around the world are controlled remotely by a signaling center or dispatcher. From the perspective of the train, the direction taken is automatic. But within yards and depots, many small and frequent movements are required. This makes remote control of the track impractical. In these locations, the direction taken is manually controlled. You can set junctions by either walking up to them and interacting with them, or going to the 2D map and changing them from there.
Duh, gua nggak baca yang tadi itu sebelumnya.
Let's change this junction by hand first. Walk over to it and change it by operating the lever. Notice how the point blades move on the track. Try moving it a few more times until you can see how it works.
Ngomong-ngomong nih, mata gua yang goyang ya, mata gua goyang. Bannya goyang nih, fix. Kelihatan nggak ya di kalian? Loh, nggak goyang. Kalau lihat dari sini, goyang. Ini mungkin mata gua kali ya. Udahlah. Oke, kita ke sini. Interaction ya, select and drag the lever to move it. Track switch. Dah. Move the lever back again. Sip. Move the lever and change the path one more time. Oh, dikerjain nih gua nih. Udah.
Let's head over to the train, and then we can look at the map.
Navigation, walk over to the locomotive. Kita hilang-hilangan nah. Tutup pintunya ya. Udah ditutup, oke. Sip. Access the map, pencet 9. Open to the map to follow the turquoise line. Ya, ini nge-switch levernya dari map ya, sama kayak di sebelumnya di Transimult 2 sama. Ya,
Your
gameplaynya.
junctions are set correctly. Let's get the train moving and see it all working. If you can't remember how to make the train start and stop, there is a training module you can rerun to remind yourself. Keep the brake control and release until you can see the brake pipe control needles are reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully.
Oke, release until 5. Oke.
Watch the brake cylinder, or BC gauge, to see it
BC-nya
gradually
turun.
reduce to 0. which tells you that the brakes are now fully released and you can move the train.
Oke, BC-nya, brake cylindernya udah 0.
Apply some throttle to get the train moving.
Oh iya, lupa gua. Reverser forward and let's go. Weh. Hehehe, itu orang kita guys ya. Let's go. Reach at least 25 kph.
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
Udah 0. Wah, suara-suara ini nih ya kan, suara-suara di kabin ya kan. Nostalgia gaming. Gue penasaran sih. Ini gue dapatnya.
Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar.
Oke. Sampai 4, oke, sip. Gue penasaran sih, ini gue dapetnya gamenya berapa kereta dan rute. Sepertinya bakal ada beberapa video untuk Train Sim World 3 ini. Jadi untuk kalian yang menunggu gue main game kereta, tenang guys ya, tenang gaming. Oke.
That concludes this module. All the directions of the train center are manual, so you can go anywhere you wish using the map and might change the manually. If you want to practice, go sit 4 on foot in the train center. You'll find trains dotted around, and you can practice driving them and moving around the yard. Don't forget, you can always rewind this train module later if you can't remember any of what's covered.
Oke Mbak, makasih Mbak ya sudah mengingatkan. Jadi sudah selesai untuk trainingnya. Ini adalah pengulangan kembali ya buat gua si masinis yang sudah lama tidak bertugas. Oke, jadi gue penasaran ada berapa kereta, beberapa rute yang gue dapatkan. Kita bakal cari tahu ya. Ke train. Oke, ini dia kereta dan rute yang gue dapatkan. Ini by the way gue mainnya melalui Game Pass ya, Xbox Game Pass guys. Kelas 66 TTC ini belum pernah gue mainin. Kelas 375 ini belum pernah dimainin. Kelas 465 belum pernah gue mainin. Oke, 395 belum pernah gue mainin. BR 146 sepertinya udah seingat gue ya. 766 aduh pernah belum ya, gue lupa guys. Ingetin gue guys, udah apa belum. BR 185 kayaknya udah. BR 442 waktu itu BR berapa gue pakai ya, lupa juga tuh. Ini belum pernah nih, BR 403 kalau nggak salah ya. BR 401 juga belum pernah. Wah, ini ada beberapa konten yang bisa gue jadiin konten ya, untuk kalian yang menunggu gue main game kereta lagi. Dan sepertinya sampai sini dulu kali guys ya. Asli, jangan lupa lihat rutenya ya. Ada training center Southeastern High Speed. Dan juga namanya gimana bacanya nih, Snellfachrakel Kazel Würzburg. Dan ya kita bakal mulai mainin kereta barunya di episode selanjutnya guys. Sabar guys. Tadi kan baru pengulangan Sinosta setelah beberapa bulan, setengah tahun absen menjadi masinis. Jadi sabar dulu ya, tadi latihan dulu lagi guys ya. Jadi untuk pelatihannya sendiri itu baru pelatihannya ya. Ya jelas lah ya, kemarin Train Sim World 2, ini Train Sim World 3 ya. Dan gue udah menjalankan latihannya, trainingnya, lisensi asik. Ceritanya gue udah dapet ini nih, sim keretanya ya, untuk mengemudikan keretanya lagi jadi masinis. Tapi di episode selanjutnya guys ya, sabar gaming. Dan oke, kalau gitu gue mau ucapin makasih banyak buat kalian yang sudah menonton gaming. Semoga terhibur gaming. Jangan lupa jaga kesehatan kalian semua. Dan gue mau ucapin makasih banyak buat kalian. Dan juga jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, dan share. Dan ya ini gue mainnya dari Game Pass ya, PC Game Pass. Kalau gitu gue Nostabeng undur diri. Sampai ketemu di video selanjutnya, Train Sim World 3. Kita ada beberapa konten nih ke depannya nih. Oke, sabar gaming. Oke, gue Nostabeng undur diri dan good game well played.